tips. No, today's video is gonna be called How I Organize My Gear. I feel like that's gonna be the title of the video. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so glad you stopped by. In today's video, I'm gonna be sharing with you how I organize my gear. This seems like such a silly thing to film, but I had a couple people ask me how I organize my gear and how I specifically hang it. Yes, I said it, how I hang my gear. And it's like a mini shop tour, maybe. It's kind of messy in certain parts, so. All right, so first and foremost, this is the shelf that I built myself. I'm very proud of it because it has not yet fallen over and it serves a lot of purposes. So, up here on the first two shelves, I have my storage bins. These bins hold like my Christmas decorations, house decorations, just stuff that I use throughout the year. I don't really have an attic, so I am stuck using the shelf for storage. The second level of the shelf here, and this is where I hang all of my gear. So I like to hang all of my gear. Jake was like, have fun when all the spiders get inside your gear and then you're stuck trying to get them out. But it has not happened yet, at least small enough spiders that I don't notice them. So I'll give you guys a close-up in a second, but I basically took a curtain rod that I bought at the dollar store or Target or something, just a janky curtain rod, and I put it in between the shelf so it holds up my gear, and then I just hang my hangers on it. So, hangers, they're just normal plastic hangers that you would buy at the dollar store, and I drape my jersey over it as I would a jacket or anything else. They're not very heavy, so they hold them fine. And then when it comes to my pants, I'll show you guys how exactly I fold over my pants. So, I take my hanger here, and I take my pants, and I take the crotch of my pants specifically, okay? So here's the waistband, here's the crotch. So I put my hanger straight like this, and I put the crotch of the pants on the hanger, like so, okay? So your waist is on this side, and the crotch is over here. Then I take one pant leg, and I drape it over one side of the hanger, and then I take the opposite side of the pant leg, and I drape that over the opposite side of the hanger, like so. And you should be left with something that looks like this. So you have your waistband nice and straight right here. You have your pant legs that are folded over nice and flat. And you still kind of see the hanger on this side. But if I hang up my gear this way, my pants specifically, I find that A, they don't fall off of the hanger, and B, they're nice and flat so they're not taking up additional space. So I just hang it up on my little curtain rod, my curtain rod, my shower curtain rod, and it's nice and organized. I probably have 8 sets of gear, maybe even more, probably more than 8 sets of gear, hanging up here nice and tidy. Also, I have additional space for additional gear because Climb is kind enough and they're going to be sending us their 2022 gear drop that I'm going to be doing another review on. So super pumped for that. Then I have these hooks here on my shelf as well. This holds my cycling helmet and then my one-wheel helmet. You know, safety first. And then I also keep an additional mountain bike helmet in my truck because I go mountain biking a couple times a week. So I like to have that readily available in case I decide to go cycling last minute. Also, it's one of those things that I feel like it's really easy to forget. So I just always keep my cycling shoes, gloves, and my helmet inside of the truck. And then underneath that shelf, I have a big old box of OEM parts. So when I first bought my dirt bike, one of the first things that we did to it was take off all of the OEM plastics and replace them with a new set of plastics, obviously graphics as well. So when I go to resell the bike, all I have to do is take these off, put, you know, the OEM plastics back on, and it'll be good to go for resale. So just a tip there that Jake actually taught me. Pretty cool, pretty cool. And let's move on to shelf number 2. So shelf number 2 here is a shelf that was built by Jacob. That's why the styles are a little bit different. His is a little bit more secure, and mine is wobbly, about to fall over. Let's just say that. Anyway, so on the, I guess this shelf has 4, 5 slots. And when he built it, he was smart enough to build it so bins would fit in there. So on the top shelf here, you probably can't see that. Let me show you. Okay. So on the top of the shelf here, we keep handlebars, apparently, because you never know when you might need new handlebars here. Second shelf stores additional helmets. So, these additional helmets are street bike helmets. So this is my Arai helmet. I've had this helmet for a couple of years. I actually bought it off of Facebook Marketplace. And funny story, I actually bought it from one of my best friend's brothers, and I had no idea. But this has been a wonderful helmet. I really like it. It's a size small, and it is made by Arai. Then we have Jake's it's not little. Then we have Jake's helmet here. He copied me and got an Arai too. I think he liked my Arai, so then he got himself one. At least I'll pretend like he did. He probably just got it for a decent price. Then I have my Protos tree helmet, Vibuji. I did not buy this. Jake bought it for me as a gift. If you're a legit tree guy, you probably have one of these. It was a nice gift. I actually mow my lawn in it because of the ear protection. Sometimes my neighbors come out and they're like, nice helmet. And I'm like, I know. At least Ken came out the other day and he kind of made fun of me. He's like, what are you wearing on your head? And I'm like, it's helmet protection, Ken. What if a stick comes and hits my head? But also if Jake's on the job and I come to a job site, he doesn't like me walking around with no head protection. So, I mean, he keeps additional head protection in his trailer, but it's nice to have this. And then he has, I don't want to scratch it. Then he has his nice dual sport climb helmet. He got this last year in preparation for our big trip. We were supposed to do first we were going to do the Trans-America Trail, then it changed to the Continental Divide, and then it just ended up being the Colorado trip. But regardless, he bought himself this nice dual sport helmet. It's got a nice lid right here. He loves that it's so lightweight, and it is made by Climb. And I'm gonna put it back so I don't scratch it. Beautiful, beautiful. Moving on here, then we have the third shelf, and this is where I keep my gear bag. Sometimes I keep it loaded, sometimes I don't keep it loaded. I think I unloaded everything from the race, but I just like to store my my gear bag here. Below that we have an empty shelf. You know, just the lights that I got from my parents for Christmas. I already hung up one of them. I gotta hang up that one too. I'm a part-time electrician, if you did not know. Yes, I'm wearing slippers. Then in here, I have my step stool that I use at the races, and I just have a bin full of old gear. You're probably like, why are you hanging on to that? But this is gear that, like one of my first dirt bike jerseys, I don't know, I like to keep, this is sentimental to me, you know, I would probably not, I don't want to resell this stuff. It's got my name on it, it's got memories. I mean, I wore this when I was racing the C class, like it's good stuff. So that's what I store in there. And then when it comes to boots, I store them underneath here too. I don't know if you can see them, but this is where I store additional boots. In the event that like one of my friends wants to go riding and she wears the same shoes size as me, I have a spare set of boots. Also have the pair of boots that I've been wearing this year. Initially I was gonna sell the white pair of boots, but this is how ridiculous I am. I'm like, wait, no, the white is gonna match my light colored gear, and then the black set of boots is gonna match my black set of gear. Also, Climb is sending me a white helmet. So that's I'm glad I hung on to those now. Priorities, girl priorities. I know, I'm ridiculous. All right, you guys, that wraps up today's video. Thanks for stopping by. As always, I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.